Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe Hoops with your boy, Nikki P. Good afternoon, y'all. Today, we're not just discussing a great basketball player. We're dissecting a force of nature, a seismic event in sneakers, a paradox of immense power and surprising grace. We're here to understand why the statement, Shaquille O'Neal is the most dominant player to ever step on a basketball court, is not hyperbole, but a testament to a physical, psychological, and cultural phenomenon. To comprehend Shaq's dominance, we must start at the source, his upbringing. Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal was the son of Philip Harrison, a strict, disciplined Army sergeant. Philip was not just a father, he was a drill instructor. The household was run on military principles, respect, order, and toughness. When Philip spoke, you stood at attention and answered yes, sir, or no, sir. Disobedience was met with intense physical training, push-ups, running drills. This instilled in Shaq two foundational pillars, an incredible physical discipline and a deep-seated, non-negotiable demand for respect. From his father, he learned you commanded respect through strength, consistency, and presence. You tolerate no weakness, and crucially, you tolerate no disrespect. This mentality was forged in the fire of his adolescence. As an Army brat, Shaq was constantly the new kid, often towering over his peers, a target for bullying. He learned to fight, not just with his size, but with a strategic ferocity. By high school at Robert G. Cole in San Antonio, and later at LSU, you know what it is, Louisiana University Laboratory School, he was an unstoppable colossus. He didn't just play, he demolished. He once tore down the regulation steel rim and backboard during a game, causing the entire structure to collapse in a heap of glass and twisted metal. Y'all seen it. A perfect metaphor for what he would do to competition. His high school career was a prelude of destruction. Over 1,300 points, 900 rebounds, and a state championship. But this was just the beginning. This was just the playground. At LSU, at Louisiana State University, Shaq's dominance met organized, desperate resistance. NCAA opponents had no answer for the 7'1", 300-pound frame with a 40-inch vert leap, so they resorted to the only tactic left, violence. And from that, Hack-a-Shaq was born. The strategy was born here, but it wasn't a tactical foul, it was an assault. Players would foul him with full force swings across the arms, clotheslines, and hard tackles. They weren't just trying to send him to the free throw line. They were trying to send him to the training room. Shaq had spoken vividly about teams having a Kevin on their roster, some anonymous, rugged enforcer whose sole job was to foul him as brutally and as harshly as possible to try to injure him. He played alongside skilled Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, then known as Chris Jackson, whose lightning-quick scoring was a stark contrast to Shaq's earth-shaking power. Watching this frail genius dance around defenses while he himself was being mugged only sharpened Shaq's realization. The college game could not contain him, and it was trying to break him. His father's lessons kicked in. He would not tolerate the BS. He later famously said his decision to declare for the NBA draft after his junior year was simple. If I'm going to get beat up like that, I might as well get paid for it. It was an economic and psychological declaration of independence. The NBA would learn this mentality was not an act. Shaq's demand for respect manifested in legendary confrontations. He famously leveled the Chicago Bulls' bulky center, Will Perdue, with a devastating elbow. He engaged in a full-court chasing fight with the notoriously physical Charles Barkley. And then there was Brad Miller. In 2002, Miller, then with the Chicago Bulls, gave Shaq a hard, flagrant foul. Shaq's response was instant and terrifying. He spun and threw a wild haymaker looping punch. The message was sent league-wide. Foul me hard, and there will be a physical, potentially career-altering price to pay. The world, Brad Miller, Brad Miller's family, and everybody else was lucky that that punch did not land. The off-court legends are just as potent. The story goes that after a frustrating game against the physical Utah Jazz center Greg Ostertag, Shaq allegedly tracked him down at a nightclub and slapped him, saying, That's for what you did to me on the court." True or embellished, the fact that such a story is not just believable, but expected, speaks volumes about the aura of retribution he cultivated. Now, let's talk about the basketball manifestation of this mentality, his unparalleled dominance. He first brought it to Orlando, transforming the Magic from a lottery team to a finals contender overnight. He was a one-man wrecking crew, leading the league in scoring in 1995, taking a young team to the NBA Finals, But it was in Los Angeles with the Lakers that his legend reached its apex. From 2000 through 2002, Shaq played basketball at a level of destructive efficiency never seen before or since, and probably will never be seen again in our lifetimes. In the 2000 finals against Indiana, he averaged 38 points, 16.7 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game. He was the unanimous finals MVP for a three-peat. His game was a symphony of power. The deep post catch, the immovable drop step that cleared space like a bulldozer, and the thunderous two-handed dunk that often left defenders hanging on him like ornaments. The league changed its rules because of him, allowing zone defenses in part to try to slow him down, instituting the hack a Shaq in his final, cynical form. It didn't matter. He won 3 championships and 3 finals MVPs in a row. Let that sink in. I think the only other person to do that was who? Yup, MJ. And back to Shaq. His partnership with Kobe formed the most potent inside-outside duo in history. His dominance wasn't confined to LA. He was traded to Miami, where even past his absolute physical peak, he dedicated himself to defense and won a 4th title in 2006 with that boy D Wade and Pat Riley and them. He brought relevance everywhere he went. So why the most dominant ever? Let's dive even further into it. Number 1, physical impossibility. He was the largest, strongest, most agile combination the sport had ever seen and has ever seen. He had the size of the tallest centers, the strength of a power lifter, and the footwork and quickness of a much smaller cat. Number 2, psychological warfare. His playful, humorous off-court persona bellied his fierce, calculating mind. He studied opponents, targeted their weaknesses, and used intimidation as a primary weapon. He didn't just want to beat you. He wanted to break your spirit, to make you think twice about entering that paint or even trying to attempt to guard him. Lots of cats would, fortunately for them, be hurt, quote unquote, right before the day they knew they had to go guard Shaq. They'd be sitting out them Laker games and getting back to it the next game. And number 3, forced systemic change. True dominance forces the game itself to adapt. Rules were changed. Teams carried multiple 7-footers just to foul him, and entire defensive schemes were invented solely to contain one man. And number 4, unmatched peak. When motivated, particularly during the Lakers' three-peat, there was no counter strategy. You could only hope he missed free throws or got into foul trouble. There was no stopping him, one-on-one, and often not even 3-on-1. In conclusion, Shaq, the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal's dominance was a perfect storm. It was built by a military father who forged an unbreakable will. It was tempered in the fires of collegiate brutality. It was unleashed on the NBA with a mentality of total supremacy and zero tolerance for disrespect. And it was executed with a physical toolkit that remains unique in the annals of sports. He didn't just score, he demoralized. He didn't just rebound, he confiscated. He didn't just win, he imposed his will. He was an overnight trajectory changer for one franchise, a dynasty maker for another, and a champion for a third. He wasn't the most skilled, nor did he have the longest prime, but for sheer, unstoppable game-warping, rule-changing, backboard-shattering, spirit-crushing dominance, there's never been and will never be another one like Shaquille O'Neal. Hop in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you think anybody even remotely gets close to his dominance. Hop in there and let's chop it up. Go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button, all the buttons you see on this channel, man, and send it to your friends. Let's keep growing this community. And once again, it's your boy, Nicky P. And you know what it is. It's eat, sleep, breathe, hoops. And until the next time, peace.